Good afternoon. My name is David Russell, and the name of my TED Talk is Minimum Wage Does Not Help. Minimum wage has been a huge topic recently due to the important impacts it has on people. The point of minimum wage is to help lessen poverty. Those who make minimum wage are not able to live a stable life because it is not enough money, and the cost of living raises a lot, so they're not able to keep up. Making minimum wage also the purpose of minimum wage is also to make the playing field even for everyone, to give everybody the opportunity to have that stable life and to be able to maintain a stable family and not having to go home to home or going to live in shelters. Although this is an effective way to fix those problems, I see many flaws in this way. Therefore, minimum wage should not be raised. Raising the minimum wage and the unemployment rate are a direct correlation. Minimum wage goes up and the unemployment rate goes up. A study done by Jeffrey Clemens shows that increase of minimum wage between December 2006 and December 2012 decreased employment by 0.7%. Now that might seem like a small number, but in actuality, it is 1.4 million jobs that are lost. This happens because the minimum wage increases, and so that money has to come from somewhere because money don't grow off of trees, and so they raise the price of the product, and then in order to have extra money for the employees. Unemployment rate increases. Also, unemployment rate increases due to machines, because machines are starting to replace people at some jobs. So, to help eliminate one of the problems would be not raising minimum wage. How it affects the cost of living. Temporary. Raising the minimum wage is a temporary solution because when minimum wage goes up, as I said before, the cost of living goes up. This correlation can be dated back to 1938 when America underwent its first minimum wage increase. There was a huge inflation that came along with that increase. This still occurs today. Recently, in the beginning of this year, ending of last year, there's been a talk about raising the minimum wage. It's going to raise each year until it gets to $15. However, it won't be the only thing raising. As of June 17, 2016, inflation is expected to raise by 2.4% according to the Department of Labor. Businesses are also affected when minimum wages rise. They start to lose customers. As I said before, prices have to be raised. Some customers don't like paying high prices, and so they tend to go to other stores or not even buy the product anymore. This especially affects small independent businesses because if a small independent business has like a small group of customers that are going to their store that are barely keeping them open, if they have to raise their prices, the customers are going to not like the idea of that, and so they will leave, and then the business won't be able to maintain and will have to close down. As Owen Richardson says, the majority of earnings made by small businesses are used to pay for operating expensive inventory and employee wages. Howard education. Those who gain benefits from minimum wage increasing only have a high school diploma or sometimes not even that. So basically, raising the minimum wage decreases the value of education because when you go to college, you are prone to make more money because you have a degree. But if minimum wage keep rising, it won't be no point of going to college because you will make the amount of money that a person went to college with have. So for example, if the minimum wage to McDonald's becomes to like $22, and then someone that went to college and had a degree works at a high-paying job, was considered a high-paying job, was $22, then everybody can just go work at McDonald's instead of go be a lawyer or something because they'll be making the same amount of money. And although, don't get me wrong, raising the minimum wage does have some positive effects, but in this situation, the negatives outweigh the positive. The good thing is that a happy medium can be established and will satisfy everyone's needs. Thank you for listening.